What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick Deng here, and welcome to the Parallax, your #1 source for all things NFT, Web3, and crypto. Now, we got a special video for you guys today, and we're going to be talking about the biggest game in NFTs and crypto in general, and that is going to be Axie Infinity. Now, if you've been following Axie Infinity at all, you know that the price of it has been exploding. So the June of this year, it was at like $4 or $5, and it blew up over here, went to 70, and then recently again went up all the way to 150, 160 at its peak. If you look at the size of Axie Infinity, it's actually worth $29.9 billion at the time of October 2021. And if you think about it, that's huge because it's only been around for a couple of years, and Nintendo's only worth $53 billion. So just insane growth, like almost unheard of in any type of game development perspective. And not only that, but they also raised $152 million in a Series B round led by A16Z, one of the hottest VC firms, especially in blockchain right now. My goal for this video is to really show you what Axie Infinity is, how it's completely revolutionized gaming by introducing this play to earn motto, and we'll talk more about that in this video. I'm also going to explain how people are actually making a full-time living playing Axie Infinity and why this company is just growing exponentially. And by the end of this video, you're going to have an idea on whether or not this is something you should invest in or be interested in to see if you want to ride this exponential wave of growth. Now, before we go ahead and get started, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to see more videos like this. And make sure you follow me on Twitter to get the most up-to-date news on NFTs. And let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about what exactly Axie Infinity is. You can kind of tell that it's a game, obviously, right? It's a play-to-earn game. And essentially what this game is all about is you have these little characters called Axies, and you can think of it like Pokemon, right? You collect Pokemons, you collect Axies, and they battle each other and they fight each other in this turn-based style strategy game. So it's kind of like a mix of having, collecting Pokemon and having them battle in a card system like Hearthstone, if you're familiar with that. And you might think that, hey, maybe this is a simple game, but in reality, they have over 2 million daily active users playing this game every single day, and they're actually making real world money doing so. So how does this all work? To actually play Axie Infinity, you're going to need to buy 3 of these Axies. You go to the marketplace, which is over here, can be found on their website. They're going to be separated by class, and some are better than others depending on how strong they are, how weak they are. So each one at the time of this recording is about $100. So you got to pay $300 just to get started playing, and it's not cheap. You might be thinking, why would somebody want to pay $300 to play a game, right? And the reason is because when you play this game, you can actually make money. That's right. Real money that you can turn into US dollars or whatever your currency is. You can make real money playing this game. And Axie Infinity actually popularized and possibly invented the motto of play to earn. So in a nutshell, not to overcomplicate everything, play to earn is essentially when you play a video game and you earn money. When you're playing a game, right? Sometimes you're playing for points. Sometimes you're playing for you pick up gold on the floor. Sometimes you get special items. And usually all these games are trapped within the ecosystem of a game. Think about like Fortnite, right? If you buy a skin, it's in Fortnite forever. You can't take it out. But for Axie Infinity, all the assets that you own in the game, you can take it out and sell it to somebody else on a marketplace like OpenSea or something like that, or even on the Axie Infinity marketplace. And people will actually pay real Ethereum for those assets. And you could turn that Ethereum into, let's say, US dollars if you wanted to. And so every day when you're playing this game, or when players are playing this game, they will earn tokens in the game called SLP, Smooth Love Potion. It's almost like a US dollar, but for the game itself. And the more you play, the more SLP you get. The more SLP you get, the more money you actually make. So you might be thinking, how much are people actually making when they're playing Axie Infinity? And well, the stats are in, and people are making about $8 to $40 a day, which is $240 to $1,200 a month playing this game. And so for a lot of people, especially in developing countries, like let's say the Philippines, that's where they have the largest user base, are making, let's say, a few $100s to even $1,000 a month. And that's actually a lot more than the average, let's say, Filipino person is making in the Philippines, because that's just how their real economy is set up. So a lot of people, instead of, let's say, working at a restaurant or a supermarket, they're opting to play this game, earn money, play on their own time, play on their phone, whatever it is, and then they can actually make a living doing that. And that's why this game has caught on, because in the past, people would have to pay money to play games, but now you can actually make money playing the game. And because Axie Infinity popularized this model, it's just like this exponential flywheel where the more people that play, the more money that they make, the more money they make, the more they talk about it to their friends, and the more people that will play. And it's just this cycle that continues on. And that's why we've seen the exponential growth in the coin AXS, which is kind of the value of what Axie Infinity is. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how Axie Infinity works when it comes to how the economics work and why this is growing so exponentially. To start the game, you're gonna have Axies, right? To play, you're gonna need 3 of these little cute things. Each one is going to be about $100 just to buy one of these. So you're gonna spend $300 to start playing the game. What's gonna happen is that you're going to play the game and you are going to earn money. And that's gonna be SLP, AXS is the other token, which is like in-game money. So the more you play, the more money you make. From there, what's gonna happen is you're like, all right, what do I do with all this money? You're going to breed. And breed means just like you take 2 Axies, you make a new one, and you suddenly have all these other Axies over here. And you might be thinking, all right, well, I got all these Axies, what do I do now? Well, just like how you bought these Axies in the beginning, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna sell them in the marketplace. In the beginning, you bought 3 Axies over here to play the game. And now you created more Axies and you're gonna sell 3 more to a new person, right? And so the cycle continues because that person is gonna have those 3 Axies that you sold them and they're gonna do it again, and then they're gonna create more. While at the same time, you're gonna do the exact same thing and create more Axies. And so how it works is that if you look at the economic model, you know, the more people that play, the more faster it grows. So in the beginning, it's kind of like this. They have some thousands of users and they grow. And now they have 2 million monthly active users, right? And so the reason why there's this exponential crazy growth is because the more people that play Axies, the more Axies are created and the more people that want to join because they want to make real world money to be a part of this game, right? Like I said before, you can turn all these tokens that you have into US dollars if you wanted to, right? So not only do you actually have these Axies, you collect them, you buy them, you breed them, you sell it to other people, but also Axie Infinity is selling land. So land, essentially, it's like owning a piece of digital real estate where you can do whatever you want with that land, whether it's like create games on that land, try to find ways to make money on that land. And so a lot of these technical elements are still being worked out. Like what you will actually do with the land is still to be determined, but they have been selling a lot of land, like millions of dollars of land that regular people like you and me can buy, invest into if we really believe in the future of Axie Infinity. Essentially, they're creating a universe that people can create their own little worlds within their world. Now, the next question a lot of people have is Axie Infinity a Ponzi scheme? If you kind of look at how the system works, is that you have Axies, you make more Axies, you sell to more people, and then they do the same thing, and the cycle continues to grow. Although it does have this type of mechanism, I believe personally, right, this is not financial advice, that Axie Infinity is looking to build a real game that can sustain in the long term, and they're just using a mechanic to grow exponentially and earn money for their users. Now, what the future will like, let's say 5-10 years from now, it's hard to say what will happen. If they continue to grow, then great, you know, all the prices will increase. However, if the daily active users plummets or goes down, or the game is not cool anymore or relevant in the future, then the price of all the assets are also gonna go down as well. If you invest in a project, you really have to believe in it to, you know, feel comfortable with your investment. Now, one of the reasons why I am really bullish on Axie Infinity is because they're able to build vertically, not just horizontally. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. So in a regular model, let's say you're selling Pokemon cards. To make more money as Pokemon, the company, you would have to sell more Pokemon cards. So that's why every year they sell you a booster pack, they sell you new decks, they create new Pokemon, things like that. That's building horizontally. So Axie Infinity does do that. They're going to sell you more Axie Infinities. They'll create reasons for why you should buy. Why Axie Infinity or Sky Mavis, which is the company that makes Axie Infinity so special, is they can build vertically, meaning that they're going to sell you land as well. So you're going to make money on land by holding this land, renting it, using it for whatever game mechanics they have. Beyond that, they have 3 tokens. And so you can see this company is building. Where are you going to put all your tokens? You're going to put it in a digital wallet like MetaMask, right? And they built their own wallet called Ronin Wallet. On top of that, they built a decentralized exchange, meaning to swap your tokens into Ethereum and things like that. They built their own, kind of like building your own Binance or building your own Coinbase, right? They literally built that by themselves. Each of these things, right, whether it's like doing land, tokens, or wallet, decentralized exchange, can be like a full-time company. But Axie Infinity, because they had this huge success for the game and they have a lot of resources and a lot of traction, they're able to build all of this vertically, right? And so they're capturing all the revenue, right? Instead of splitting it with another company or outsourcing it, they are literally building it themselves with the money that they make from building a successful game. And so why I'm so bullish on Axie is because Axie is not the end all be all. Sky Mavis is the company that owns Axie, right? And so Axie Infinity is just one game that they currently have. It's a huge success. My understanding is that their plans is to make another game, another game, another game, another game, another game. Whether they build themselves or if they support another company to build for them, they're going to build this whole ecosystem, just like how Nintendo has Mario, Super Mario Brothers, but they also have Donkey Kong, Zelda, Metroid, right? And the list goes on and on. So when you are thinking about putting money into Axie Infinity, buying land or assets, tokens, whatever it is, if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective, what is Axie Infinity going to look like 10 years from now? What is Sky Mavis going to be doing 10 years from now? Are they going to be the next generation Nintendo of like the NFT and crypto space? You definitely take a gamble because it's like early stage investing when you invest in these type of companies. But from my perspective, they're doing a lot of work in terms of like building, not just building games, but building like an ecosystem, building tools, building wallets, building exchanges, helping other people build games in the ecosystem. So they're doing a lot of things right that signal that they're going to be here for the long term. And you know, they're really planting their flag in that way. So if you're interested in that, you know, go on their website, check it out, learn a little bit more. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, because we are a new channel. We're trying to give you the most highest quality content possible. And make sure you follow me on Twitter to get the latest news on what's going on in the NFT space. With that said, my name is Patrick Dang. This has been The Parallax, and I will see you in the next one.